In this video, we're going to focus on solving a compound inequality, specifically what's called the AND inequality, where we actually are joining two inequalities together by the compound word AND, okay? And what that means is that when we solve the compound inequality, the solution for that inequality is in both the first solution set for the first inequality and in the second set. So the answer is what's called the intersection of two sets, which is where the two sets sort of overlap, the numbers that are in both sets. The way we're going to look at these is we're going to take AND compound inequalities that make up a three-part inequality, and let me show you what that looks like. All right, when the three-part AND compound inequality is written in two separate pieces, it's going to look something like this. X minus 7 is greater than 8, and x minus 7 is less than or equal to 14. Now, when you have two inequalities in an AND relationship like this, and they share that same variable expression, the x minus 7 in this case, they can be written together as one statement. The way we would write these together, 8 would need to be less than x minus 7, and then x minus 7 would need to be less than or equal to 14. So that all kind of lays out in a line. You will notice that it goes from smallest number down here with the 8 to the largest number over there with the 14. It lines up like that. That's the proper form for three-part inequality, and they will use less than symbols when they're written properly, okay? You may see some written with greater than symbols, but typically that happens in the middle of the problem, maybe if you've had to divide through by a negative value coefficient, and so your symbols have flipped and you haven't yet had a chance to rewrite the inequality, okay? So they start out like this. Let's go ahead and solve this one. Pull it up to the top. And the way you do these is you solve from the middle point out, okay? So whatever you do to the middle of the inequality needs to be done to the two outside pieces too, okay? I'm going to erase this. Well, I thought I was going to erase it anyway. It's not letting me erase it. Okay, never mind. I don't know why it's not, but it's not. Okay, so what we'll do is add 7 to all three pieces. Okay. So that's going to give me 8 plus 7, which is 15, is less than x, less than or equal to 14 plus 7, which will be 21, okay? Once x is isolated in the middle, you're done, okay? So this is your inequality notation solution, and then if we want to do our other solution types, we can do that too. Our set builder would be x such that 15 is less than x, less than or equal to 21. Our graph, we need two numbers on the graph of a compound inequality. So we put the smallest number first on the left, larger number on the right, okay? And we shade between them, because essentially what this inequality is telling us is that x has to be between 15 and 21. You will notice that we have just a less than by the 15, so we will need to use a parenthesis there showing that 15 is not included in the set, and then we'll use a bracket on the 21 because it has or equal to, so 21 is included on that side, okay? So we just shade in the middle to show that x could be any value between 15 and 21. That's one really great thing about these three-part inequalities, because when they come out, they're set up where your first number is on the left and then that last number is on the right, and your answer's between them. So you don't have to do any guessing about where all this stuff's supposed to be located when you write down the solution sets. In interval notation, you would start at 15 with the parenthesis because of just the less than, and then move on to the 21 with a bracket like that, okay? Now, like I said, if you have to divide through by a negative, and you have to wind up flipping those inequality symbols. You will need to rewrite it before you write your answer. You always want these to go from the lowest number on the left to the highest number on the right, okay? Just like when you write your interval notation, or when you graph it, your smaller number's always on the left and your larger number's on the right. And so when you write your inequality in the three-part inequality, you want it to reflect that too, okay?